Hey. Welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Just let me know if everybody can hear me. And so we can get this party started. Welcome. Good evening, everyone. It is always great to see you all on another lovely Tuesday. Hopefully everybody's week is going well. And hopefully not too much craziness is going on. There's a lot to talk about in so little time, so much stuff. Brother Nate, let me know when you're ready. I see you over there getting your camera angles ready. Oh, goodness gracious alive. All right, sir, I got you. All right. Loud and clear. Thank you so much, Pink. And welcome to everybody. And those of you in the luscious balcony here on Cap Hill, welcome to you as well. How you doing, Brother Nate? What's going on, sir?
Fine, man. How you doing? Good evening, everyone. Hope you're doing good.
I'm good. I'm hanging in there. You know how it is. The funny thing, real quick, I had set up the live for this week last week. And I didn't press the button.
So all you had to do was press the button?
Yes, all I did was press the button. And I was like, put it posted. I was like, I already posted it. I posted it like last week. And I was like, oh, I didn't even press the button. I was too busy like getting stories together and stuff that I totally forgot about it. But nonetheless, thank you guys for always showing up and being here. Welcome to everybody. Real quick, Patty Duke, it is always great to see you, Patty. Always say your name. Miss Pink, how are you? Is everything pink or just some things?
My goodness, so early in the night. It must be really bad.
Yeah, it is. And Auntie Melissa, Madam Scott, how are you? It is great to see you, and I'm doing water today, so trust and believe.
Yeah, me too. I'm over here gagging.
Yeah, it's a lot. So, where to begin? But first, like I said, I hope you guys are having a great evening. This weekend has been a bloodbath of all kinds of atrocities and things going on. But we're going to get into that. But first, of course, as always, we have to make sure that we, follow protocol and do our due diligence to talk about things that matter around the world and at home. So here we go with some news updates. What it is, what it do. Excuse me, I had to take a swig of my water. And they don't pay me enough for the promotion, so I ain't doing it. But anyway, real quick. First on the list of news updates, the Buffalo police officer who shoved the 75-year-old man during a Black Lives Matter protest was cleared of all wrongdoing. For those of you who don't remember, back when all the protests was going on during the George Floyd murder and other, police murders like Breonna Taylor and so on and so forth. In June of 2020, a 75-year-old protester was actually pushed to the ground suffered a fractured skull. The officer was cleared of all wrongdoing. As it foregoes and other things, I am not surprised. I am a little bit surprised because it happened to be an old white man. So the fact that they even cleared him for this, but that leads to other conversations about the kind of, I guess, punishment on one end that protesters are receiving. Now it's almost like it's a crime to protest against the United States government, or at least against the police, for many other reasons, which I think is ridiculous. But your thoughts on that one real quick?
Yeah, as these things start to show up in court now, it's been over 2 years.
Right.
You're going to see more of this.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to see more of this. Right. I mean, down our favorite spot, Florida.
Right.
They're saying that now you can run over protesters.
Right. Because if you feel threatened for your life.
Oh yeah,
garbage.
Yeah.
Like, you have a whole vehicle. How the hell would you think? You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, what are you doing in the midst of a protest but to stir up mess if you have a whole
That's the
vehicle?
only reason why you're there with your car. You see 500 people
Right,
blocking the expressway.
right,
So what makes you think, since you're so supposedly in that much of a hurry
right.
to get where you have to go, that you're just going to drive through a group of 500 people walking down there? Oh, I wonder what you're doing. You know, some of these motherfuckers are just unreal. This is how they actually are. You know.
Yeah, they really are. And that's the sad part of it all. It's like
Mm.
that's how they really are. And they choose not to, well, in some cases, choose not to accept it. Now, quick question before I proceed to the next one. Did you want to talk about, because I know last week or the week before last, we talked about Ukraine and the whole Ukrainian situation not being our fight. I did come across the article that you did send me, basically
Yeah.
preparing
That,
the. Mhm.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, preparing the Peace Corps uh, for people who are Black or of color who were to join the Peace Corps to go over to Ukraine to kind of assist in a lot of the situations, to be prepared to be called monkeys, the N word, and all types of racist stuff, because that is uh, the way they view us there. Um, the fact that you have to have a lesson to prepare yourself is ridiculous in 2022. But granted, for me, and this is just my opinion, it's not our fight. I never took it upon myself to think the Ukrainian fight was our fight, because of course it's not. But at the same time, we do have people there doing business, doing other things, and the main concern was to make sure the people were safe. So with this, I'm not surprised, although I am a bit, I don't know, just feel a bit away about the fact that this is just like, you got to go through the crash course of, hey, before you go over there, have this lesson of, you're going to be called the N word. They're going to call you, monkeys and all kinds of disparaging things, but just chin up. You're helping out. You're doing a great cause for democracy. Like, the what? Are we back in the 1950s and this is World War II all over again? You know what I'm saying? Where
Yep.
you're going to Europe to fight this cause, only to be met with the same, if not worse, aggression there than you are met with at home. Your thoughts?
So true. I say so true. I wanted to give you that story maybe like a week or two ago. But I wanted to actually hear, since they had announced that they were bringing was it about 10,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, that they're supposed to be bringing them here. Now they already had this with the Peace Corps had this little breakdown for people traveling over there, people of color.
Yeah.
But I wanted us to be aware too that those 10,000 people are coming over here, and they'll still have that same shitty idea.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's not like they're like, oh, thank you. My thoughts and prejudices and biases have changed since you've opened your doors. So yeah, don't think that they've had this come to Jesus moment or whomever, because that's not happening. So I don't know. It's just it was just a bit like, okay, here we go again. Same old kind of situation. And welcome to everybody who's popping in. Hey, Johnny Mac, how are you? Please don't think I'm forgetting anybody. It's just I start going. But yeah, I just I don't know. You can't make this stuff up. It really is just like, at this point, what more could there be that we have to be subject to? It's like, well, anybody on that side, any ally, quote unquote ally, as I say that, stand up and say, all right, enough's enough. Like, how much more do these people need to endure for, I don't even want to say acceptance, but just for the fact, hey, there's people that believe in democracy and believe in freedoms of all kinds that are part of the military. And the military doesn't get a free pass from this at all either, because they participate in a lot of this BS that goes on with these nations like Ukraine and all that kind of stuff in the military itself. So I don't know. I just found my issue that I've always had is that the conversation needs to be had, right? And it needs to be had in its rawest form. Nothing needs to be sugar-coated. Everything just needs to be put out there. So that way we understand it and know exactly what we're going into in a lot of situations. And I think my thought is, I'll say that it should change the practices, because not the mindset, that takes a while, but change the practices of the military and other things. But I don't know. What's your thoughts, if any, on that one?
Next.
I think he's going to do that. I felt it in my spigot.
You felt it in your spirit?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, just next.
Right. So again, we talked about last week or week before last, the firing squad coming back to South Carolina for inmates. But now, in a nice little update, they can choose. Inmates can choose who are on death row between the firing squad or the electric chair as their choice of execution. South Carolina is set to resume executions after a decades-long pause we talked about this last week, but the week before last, about the renovations of the death chamber. But they've had like a 10-year hiatus due to the fact that, of course, the injection, there were a lot of complications, and then they had stopped. The manufacturers had stopped making it all together. So they went back to the possibly doing the electric chair. And then, of course, their state house had brought up the option of bringing back the firing squad. So now, because of the backlash that the firing squad debate has geared up, they have decided, and the decision making from these majority white men and women,
yahoos,
happen to be white, to give the choice of a firing squad or the electric chair is really something to just, as Arsenio Hall used to say, just make you go, But these are the same Christian folks that will tell a woman what to do with her vajayjay and a fetus. That it's, whether it's developed, undeveloped, or whatever stage it's in, that life matters.
Or in street terms, what to do with your ass.
Thank you for the translation.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really not getting it. So the Christian value only matters for conception, but it doesn't matter for life. Period.
Well, it only works if it's not their side piece. That's how it works. So,
I mean, I'm at a loss. Really, I am. Avenue of blood loss. Bloodlust. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Sorry, I really don't know what it is. I really think that drive, that 60s, that 50s, you don't belong here kind of.
It's older than that. It is definitely older than that.
Yeah, of course it's older than that, but from what we've watched, so like watching documentaries, like when it was actually filmed, for you to see the reaction of how they, I think that's kind of stirred, those ingredients are back in that pot again. And, of course you have
It's in their DNA, man.
Yeah, and then you have politicians that don't make it any better.
No, because they're just like them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, they are.
Yeah, they are them. Yeah,
Mhm.
they are them. And let's see, it was that, which was also crazy. And of course, we cannot do a news update without acknowledging the next Supreme Court Justice of this United States, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Ketanji Brown Jackson has been confirmed as the next Justice of the Supreme Court. However, she will not take her seat until the fall when the justices resume, back after the summer break, which means they can vote in a lot of bullshit until June. Was it late June when they go for their summer break? So don't sleep on things. And they're still in the minority anyway, but they can still push through a lot of things. So we still got to keep our eyes open. But congratulations to her for her accomplishments, and for those of you who might feel some type of way, you might want to cover your ears. But I can't fucking stand these white, racist, coony ass Republicans who question her womanhood and all this other kind of dumb shit. Like, did you question Courtney Barrett's womanhood? Did you ask her definition of what it meant to be a woman? Did you? No, not a soul did. I'm really wishing that Democrats would take a piece of the Republicans' don't give a shit attitude and stop trying to act like they're the good neighbor and the Republicans are the bad neighbor, and just like do what you need to do. All this kind of I want to play with you, I want to play with you kind of in the playground shit is for the birds. They do not want to do anything with you. They do not want to do anything that is productive for the nation. All they care about is power. So at this point, all you need to be caring about is the power that you do have while you have it, and make changes and make things happen. Anything you want to add to that before I add something else?
Nope, you're good.
So, because I feel that
No, they're not. I mean, let's be realistic. With both of these groups in there, they have gotten absolutely nothing done.
Nothing done.
And we're talking about over the past 20 years,
right?
I mean, absolutely. When you sit down and think about it, what have they done? What has? Nothing. Yeah. You had little kids getting killed, shot up in the school.
Right.
They've done nothing.
Yeah.
You had whole riots.
Right.
They've done nothing.
That is true.
Fucking sick of all of them.
Yeah, that part is true too. And prayers to the victims in the subway shooting in New York.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was.
And it's a black man.
Get out of here.
Yeah, they haven't caught him yet. They have him on camera though.
Oh shit! Just when I thought we was able to get away.
I don't care. I mean, but see, this is what happens when you have all this. Since Trump had been in office and okayed it for everybody to act stupid, and that means crazy on both sides.
Yeah, that's true.
That's going to pop out. It's not just it's all them. Yeah. Now a lot of people on the other side figure, well, you know what, this is a prime opportunity for me to do what I want to do because they're doing it to us, and it's pretty much me. I better do it before they get me. That type of thing.
Yeah, very true. Which is unfortunate, and so prayers out to the victims of that horrible tragedy. And that's surprising, and especially where it happened. But let's see what this mayor does. He's so police oriented.
It is. I'll be right back.
Okay, sure, no problem. All right, so, and then moving right along with that, of course, congratulations to her. Good old Texas. Hold on one second, because I think you're still not kidding. Good old Texas, of course, our lovely state of Texas. Oh no, real quick, before I forget. I know I talked about protesters and things happening to protesters. There is DeRay McKisson, I think his last name is pronounced. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But basically, he is a he's a Black Lives Matter activist. He was arrested for blocking a airline highway during a protest in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, back in July of 2016. So since then, of course, Republican judges, and this is why I say it's very important that we vote, not necessarily all the time for a presidential ticket, but for our local officials, our local judges, because they're the ones that really, put down the law as far as what or how the state is going to govern itself. So a lot of Republican judges have been kind of banding together to basically lay the hammer down on protesters, as a sense to get them to stop protesting against the atrocities that happen in these United States. So we definitely need to be mindful. Do I think we need to stop protesting? No, I just think we need to be smarter about where we protest to actually have the legal backing to where in which when we do these things that we are protected. So let me know when you're ready, sir. So let's not ever forget that, because it is important that we do that.
What I missed? I'm sorry. I'm choking to death up here. I didn't want you.
No,
I didn't want you to
you fine.
see me make that ugly faint face.
That's an ugly faint face.
Mm-hmm.
Baby making music videos about you, but
they sure will.
Right. I was talking about the Black Lives Matter activist who was actually the judge in Baton Rouge. The Republican judge and other Republican judges are kind of banding together to punish protesters, basically to stop.
Like you said earlier.
Yeah.
That's the next thing. That you learn each time you have something happen. I mean, look how fast Trump, when they had that march in Washington, how fast he brought in the military, which was the first time. So they're adapting, and they're going to try to make everything against the law, to do.
Of course, but that's how they are. That's what they do, unfortunately.
Yeah, and we need to do it too. You change and adapt. You constantly learning. You constantly learning, and these same old tactics.
Exactly. And other updated news, and I think this is the last update. I think the Denver police chief, who was basically around about the time that the young man Elijah McClain had died, stepped down as being police chief. I mean, I don't know. I've lost all sense of like yay, hooray, or about time for these things. Just because they're allowed to utilize pension benefits, they're allowed to, create all these safe havens before they actually decide to step down from their lack of leadership in situations such as this, where they could have taken the actual road to punish the officers and actually reprimand them instead of always defending or backing the blue, as they like to say, which I think is ridiculous. I think actions that are unlawful should, just as we are held accountable for our actions against things that we may do against the law, I think officers should. It should be the same thing. I don't, and I really don't have any sympathy for those who, try to do the cover up situation, and then before the shoe drops, that they done covered up some shit, or a lot of stuff, has happened that we didn't know about in regards to the investigation or other things, that people are allowed to just, tip away and, I'm gonna just resign and take my seat. And the actuality is that you've helped create this culture, or this culture of crooked cops in a sense. But yeah, I don't know your thoughts on that.
Well, crooked cops and crooked courts and you know,
Right. Yeah.
crooked government. It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it works its way down um, to pretty much, and it's pretty even across the board. Each state to keep people in their place.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the main thing. Yeah, that's the one where the young guy. I don't know if he wasn't autistic. I know
Yeah.
he was. I knew he had a iron deficiency. That's why he was cold. Um,
What?
that they shot up with the.
Yeah, with the overdose of.
He was going home and someone called and
Right.
said a strange guy
Strange guy. Yeah.
because he had his hoodie on. You know,
It's so ridiculous.
it really doesn't feel as though anything has changed.
Changed.
It
No.
really it actually seems worse now because I
Right.
think too because we're looking for it. As soon as as soon as you hear something, you kind of
Right.
perk up a little bit.
Almost like they're trying to, the purpose is to make us numb to the situations of the bullshit that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I find to be a bit ridiculous. All right, in some health news, judges rule that the U.S. military can't discharge HIV positive troops. I didn't even know that was a thing. But
yeah, I didn't. Well, I didn't think that they would discharge them.
Yeah, I really
because it doesn't.
I mean,
doesn't
how does
interfere.
it affect with your ability to serve?
Mm-hmm. Hey, AR, if you still in the chat, let us know because he's a vet.
Okay, cool. I can drop the link to if you want to add your, because I mean I don't know nothing about it, so I'm not even gonna speak. But I did read it, and I thought it was crazy. I'm like, who does that?
Yeah.
Like, what would you need to do that? I could.
No, and then they would. Well, then too. You know what? They would want to know who you've had contact with, if they were in the service or not.
But then again, it just brought me, in that instance, it brought me to the don't ask, don't tell kind of situation where they would then start to be like, well, then who all is kind of, who all of you had contact with that's in the service, and kind of like writing names without publicly, you know what I'm saying? Where other people would then be treated a certain way if they happen to expose the fact that they have been with or have HIV. I don't know. It just made me feel like that's pretty.
Yeah.
Right.
AR was saying that they've been discharging them.
Oh wow.
Do they go out with full benefits?
Benefits, right? I was about to
ask. Yeah, that's real crazy. But like I was saying, I never thought. I just figured, they just go ahead and, give them the Medicaid, keep an eye on them, give them their medications, and because it doesn't interfere with your, combat readiness.
Right, exactly. So U.S. Service members who are HIV positive cannot be discharged or barred from becoming an officer solely because they were infected with the virus. A federal judge in Virginia ruled, excuse me, advocates say that one of the most strongest rulings in years for people living with HIV. That is crazy. Just that statement alone, that is one of the strongest rulings in years for people living with HIV, that they can't be kicked out of the army because they have HIV. Yeah, it's the biggest ruling in favor of people living in HIV in the last 20 years. So imagine, when we talk about how far a lot of things have come, some things haven't, moved at all, if any. So that's really ridiculous.
Make it great again. It was never great.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, make what great again? Make what great? What are we making great? At any point, who was it great for is the question. And the answer would be exactly what it is. None of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, granted, some of us was able to benefit from certain things and actually, make it decent. But was it great for even them? I would think that they would even disagree and say, no, it wasn't great. We made it work, but it wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we try to make it great or make it something, they would turn around and come and knock it down or take it over or do whatever they needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Say,
They were medically discharged.
Okay.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So,
Let's see.
honorable. Okay.
Yeah. And speaking of the HIV thing and another health thing, the CDC warns that meningococcal disease outbreak in Florida, primarily affecting gay.
Where again?
In Florida.
I bet you fucking Florida is like the herpes capital of the world.
Oh my God. Primarily affecting gay, bi men. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, otherwise known as the CDC, has issued health warnings for the outbreak of the meningococcal disease in Florida, which the agency says mainly affects gay and bisexual men, including those living with HIV.
Let's see why they worried about CRT. They should be worried about everybody's ass.
Right. So there have been multiple cases in college students recently in the state of
hell yeah. You know, they down there busting it wide open. I ain't walking on them beaches. You know, they nasty. That's not sea foam.
Oh, Lord. In the last few months, I'm not even messing with you. Meningococcal disease is caused by a bacteria.
What kind of what?
Meningococcal. I'm not messing with you. It's a form of meningitis that
you probably wish I was choking now, right?
Bacteria. Nope, you're perfectly fine. And it is preventable and it's also treatable as well. The CDC is pushing that people get vaccinated for this as well to protect themselves against the disease. According to the CDC, the two common types of this type of infection are meningitis, which affects the lining of the brain and the spinal cord, and the bloodstream infection, both of which
and the anus.
Both of which have become.
How can you not affect that? It's there. That is.
No, it doesn't say anus. It says the lining of the brain and
but it should have
bloodstream.
It should have been the lining of the anus, then the brain.
It doesn't say anus. Okay. But no, seriously, definitely, at this point, we need to be healthy. We need to be more concerned about our health. Gay, straight, whatever. You can't go around sticking your wing in anything. Because there's shit out here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like people get so focused on one thing that
they forget all the other stuff
that's going on. It's like, oh,
everything else.
Corona. There's HIV, AIDS, there's meningococcal coccus disease. There's all types of shit now. Like, so it's like, but some of the shit hasn't gone anywhere. It's always been here. So, just be mindful, be vigilant. And if you live in Florida, wrap it all the way up.
You going to Florida. Let us verify your next of kin.
Right.
Because you either not going to come back or come back with something or somebody. And then maybe somebody you don't want.
It's just crazy. It's really crazy.
Yeah, like I said, they worry about the stupid stuff.
Stupid.
Because they know that they're the vacation, one of the vacation capitals of the world.
Yeah. But that was my point. That's what I didn't understand. That's why they're so concerned with fighting against the machine of the government, and they're allowed to do these things because, of course, Florida is a big thing. But did you also hear that the great governor Ron DeSantis has planned to put some restrictions on Disney?
On Disney?
Yeah. On Disney, because they truly don't want.
Aren't they their own country? They're big enough.
Yeah, they're their own. They're their own little entity in Florida. But he is talking about sanctioning.
That is crazy.
Disney because they don't want to follow the don't say gay bill and other things like that. They want to be inclusive and not discriminate in that manner, whatever they
So
feel.
what would he do if other companies decided that they want to, they want to move their business
Who?
elsewhere?
Then he would probably change. I mean, because if Disney, I mean, because Miami makes money, of course, but I'm sure Disney makes money.
Yeah,
And,
they're not going to actually move it,
yeah,
but they've
but I
always
mean,
had
they did.
some sort of autonomy or something,
Yeah, they
where
did.
or like almost like favored country
Right,
status, because
yeah,
they are their own little
but
world. I mean,
he's threatening to relinquish them of that benefit of their tax-free kind of sovereignty, and we'll see how that goes. And I mean, you go ahead and do that, and then people start like, okay, we'll just vote you out and put somebody in who's going to let us keep it.
yeah, you're fucking up our Disney. They up the prices.
Right.
It's already $1 billion.
Already, that's what I'm saying. It's already $100 for one day. What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's just for one park. Let alone all
I know
the.
you have all these other parks and everything. They're not just that one little entity.
Yeah, but them people don't think with their brain cells too much.
Mm.
All right. So in other political news, California Dems put forth a bill to allow non-citizens to become police officers. Now I don't know what
That's crazy as shit.
What in the Sam hell this is supposed to do to
they were definitely smoking. That was a smoke Tuesday. That's what that was.
like,
whoever came up with that bullshit.
Right. Was everybody in California token? Because I really didn't understand it. So the Skinner bill would only allow illegal immigrants who are in the United States on a green card or another form of legal visa to become police officers. It would not allow undocumented immigrants to become police officers in California, as it would be a violation of federal law. So basically, we're back to being slave catchers. Like, you're just picking people, just random folks, just everybody just grab a gun. Yeah.
Fresh over the fence,
That's it. Fresh over the fence. With some papers. So I don't know how well that's gonna work, and I don't know the purpose of that. First part, when I first read it, I thought, oh, they're really going after the that Latino vote really hard, like Hispanic Latino, come here with open arms, that with like, they're going hard. And then I was like, well, what's the purpose of that? Like what would that do but kind of insinuate the people that are already here, who already have an issue with people who are documented and all that kind of stuff. I don't see how that would bridge anything if they were looking to kind of change it and bridge the gap. I really was at a loss.
No, that's not what they want to do.
I mean, yeah, I know that, but I'm just, kind of like thinking like, okay, worst case scenario, what is your purpose of doing this? What is this going to do? What is this going to serve? Like, I'm lost because I don't see it. I really don't see its purpose.
After a while, they're going to go to other countries and try to entice them over with stipends and things like that to come over and be police officers.
From Ukraine, talking about some, hey, you want to fight for us? We'll give you some money.
No, you know what it actually, you know what it actually be like, when you have like other people coming over and serving in the armed forces. You fast track them to citizenship.
Yeah. But a lot of people have done that. You'd be surprised that a lot of people have joined the armed forces while they're here to fast track the citizenship.
Yeah, because that's the point I was making when. Oh, that's the point I was making too when we were talking. When we had that discussion about Nigerians and Africans going over to fight over there. You fast track your way to citizenship, You want to
Right.
get want to get your family over, or get your foot in the door so you can send them back funds. Because
Right.
the exchange rate is a hell of a lot better than what they got over there.
It is.
Good evening, everybody coming into the chat.
Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So in other health news, so this is a lot of health and wellness, politics, all this stuff.
Yeah, I never realized how much shit it was.
Yeah, it was a lot because I started from like last week Wednesday. So I was like,
Mhm.
yeesh. So please excuse me if you feel like I'm running through it. Just you can go
Oh,
back
no,
and
that's why I'm
out.
letting you breathe.
No, you can go back and check it out because it's a lot to get through. All right, so doctors, again, not surprised, are more likely to describe Black patients negatively in their writing notes, according to studies. So, according to studies from the University of Chicago, doctors are most likely to describe Black patients in negative lights when writing medical notes, especially comparing them to other races. Recently, public figures, especially women, have opened up about their negative experiences in the healthcare system, like Serena Williams and Cynthia Bailey. And some of these stories have then reached other people, and all these stories are coming out of how people were treated by their doctors. Researchers have analyzed over 40,000 hospital notes with about 18,000 patients, and Black people were 2 times more likely than white people to have negative descriptions in their notes and files. I mean,
Again, I hate to say, I'm not
I'm not
surprised.
surprised. I wasn't gonna say it again, but
I
I'm
mean,
just
just by the way that, especially you've been like in an emergency room type
right,
situation,
right,
and the first thing they'll ask you, instead of saying, "Did you take something today or whatever,"
right,
and it's like it's like, "What did you take?"
right,
And you know what they mean, because then when you tell them, "Well, I haven't had anything," and you know that condescending look that they get on their face.
right, yeah. Or then they
And,
quickly be like, "Well, we're just gonna do a quick test." No, you're testing to see if I took
mhm,
something, so you could then say, "Oh,
yeah.
see, it's in here."
hmm Yeah, because then they'll come back and say, they'll ask, because what they'll do too is they'll have 3 or 4 people ask you the same question.
Right, right, to see if it changes. Yeah. Or how is your pain level? Yeah, and that was another
hmm
thing they talked about in the article as well. Is when you're always saying that if you're feeling pain, that they have noted that they're just over exaggerating. Uh,
hmm
I don't believe the pain was that bad. And it's like, how could you not? How could you put that in the notes for somebody else? That's not you're not feeling it. So why would you then take it upon yourself to say, oh no, that person is over exaggerating their pain? If their pain is at a 10, it's at a 10.
Yeah, because of course, if another doctor comes right behind them and they're reading what they put down,
Right,
and then you wonder why they're acting. All of them kind of have that same shitty
right.
attitude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's unreal, man.
It
But
is.
again, like I said, it's not surprising. But it's nice to that it's being confirmed, and you're not thinking that you're crazy.
Right, right. Definitely.
Because even in the way that they handle you, they don't handle you with kid gloves. Try not to cause you any more pain. They're all rough, and
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm sure everybody has stories with dealing with the
right.
medical field. That's why nobody wanted to take that stick.
Mm. Right, yeah. Well, I mean, the history of the United States, of course, is not the
hmm
greatest when it comes to,
Oh
uh,
no, but they're going to make it great again.
medical. I don't know what they keep waiting for. I don't know what they keep waiting for, but, I think this is the last one, I think. Um Oh, no. No, no. International news. We'll do international news real quick. Russia is using a mobile crematorium. I don't mean to laugh, but it's just like so crazy that this man, well, it's not crazy. He's white at the end of the day, but he's able to do all this and they can still stand by and be like, well, it's nothing we can do. We're not, they're not a NATO country, so we're just going to watch this from the sidelines. But um, basically what has happened is as Russia is pushed back by a lot of the Ukrainian military or just people, fed up with Putin shit and, regular people just grabbing their weapons or whatever and fighting against the Russian forces, they as they retreat, they are using a mobile crematorium and like burning people, things as they retreat as a way to cover up their tracks. Biden just recently, as of today, called for Putin to be brought up on war crimes. And I don't know. I don't know if people are waiting for the United States to do something and then maybe everybody else is going to jump in. I have no idea. But my whole thing with that is y'all knew the man was this way before you did. Like again, I'm not surprised. I don't really care that much because like you already knew what this man was. You knew what this man was when you laid in bed with him, when you was quiet about all this stuff. So I really didn't. I really don't understand the people's like shock and awe to the magnitude of this person's.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing: the UN's awfully quiet.
Yeah, I mean, to be the policers of peace, and they suspended the Russians from being at the general meeting due to all this that's going on. But it's like, ooh, okay, all right, but you're part of the Security Council is exactly what it's for. Is to make sure the security of all the nations are protected. So that's where I'm just like, well, what are you doing? If you're sitting here and allowing this man to talk peace to the cameras and to whatever diplomat will listen and give him a moment, and then at the same time while he's talking, oh, let's talk peace, I'll sit down and talk to Ukraine, he burning people, shooting people in the head, just all kinds of okay. We're just going to drop bombs on everything now until they surrender, like until they give up and say, all right, enough's enough. We're just going to constantly drop bombs. If we can't go in and kind of take it over, we're just going to start throwing missiles. And nobody has an issue with that. I just find that a bit like, come on, y'all. Even for white folks, y'all usually check each other a little bit. Y'all really just going to let this ride out?
Oh, yeah. Right all the way out to Poland, because that's where he's going to be. That's where he's going to be next.
Right, but then once he does that, then all of a sudden, then we're gonna all feel like, whoa, wait, what is he doing?
I mean, but a portable crematorium.
Yes, yeah.
That is so fucking crazy. I mean, it's getting rid of evidence.
Yeah. So that's just really, really sick. And then I think I had. One more before we get to other stuff. I did talk about the shameless thing of those Republicans hiding in the cloak closet. Get the hell out of here. But in other news, great news, Milwaukee has chosen its first. The fact that we got to say this for a lot of these states is funny to me.
It's just one of those. This is one of those nights.
Yes, its first black mayor in 176 years. Excuse me. Yeah, so shout out to that young man for making history.
That's a fucking shame.
Yeah. He rose from, I think his name was Kavanaugh Johnson. He rose from being an alderman in Milwaukee to being elected the mayor in just 6 years. Milwaukee made history by choosing its first black mayor of the city on Tuesday, voting overwhelmingly, in the ballot for mayor, the 35-year-old former alderman who has already been serving on the city council. He was serving as an interim mayor. He's a Democrat. He's now serving out the 2 terms from the former mayor, Tommy Barrett, who resigned back in December after 18 years in the job of becoming Biden's ambassador to Luxembourg. Yeah, so shout out to him, but damn near 176 years.
I think that says there's a real problem.
176 years. The country itself is like 200 and change, like maybe. Yeah.
Well, look at the young lady they just for the Supreme Court.
Yeah, not surprised. Yeah, that's true. You gotta go. Yeah, That's
Hey,
good.
Queen Diva, how you doing?
Hey, Queen. Shout out
Yeah,
to
why
that
should we
young
be
man.
surprised?
Congratulations. I think that was it till we get to the what you call it. Oh, real quick, because I'm done talking about it. But of course, again, not surprised. Alabama State House in Montgomery, Alabama, has agreed to do the Say No Gay bill, which
They're
basically
following behind
they're
Florida.
falling behind Florida, and Texas is soon to come behind it too with their own "Don't Say Gay" bill, which this one requires K through 12 students to use the bathroom designated to their biological sex, including the last hour amendment, which critics has compared similar to Florida's "Don't Say Gay" ban, uh, which classroom discussions about sexual orientation and gender identity in bans it in elementary schools. So yeah, but to that, I came across this TikTok and I thought it was interesting, which I really kind of made sense to me. And I'm paraphrasing the TikTok, but it basically talked about you have an issue with this "Don't Say Gay" or all this kind of stuff, but yet you push, you'll ask a little child in pre-K or whatever, is that your boyfriend or is that your girlfriend, or that kind of thing. You'll kind of gear them towards all of this, and all of the Disney characters, especially the old ones, all this, princess and the prince,
And
or
the prince.
the person in the shining armor kind of thing. All this stuff is already drilled, so I don't understand what's the difference. Is it just that it is the straight aspect of it is fine, but the alternative
Christian.
oh,
Christian, that's what
the,
that is.
the other alternative aspect of it is not. And then I realized, like when I thought about it, I said, well, yeah, maybe children is a little early. But then I watched people and read stories of young people, and some older, who realized maybe at a young age that they identified as different or
Hmm.
what have you. So then what do you do with those individuals? Do you stipend their development and growth and becoming who they choose to be until when? So I don't know. I don't know. It's just another thing to make you go, and yeah, I just
No,
quite
what you do is you jam it down their throat, and it's not about you. It's about me. That's how the parents feel about it. A lot of them.
yeah. No, I get that, but it's just I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to
I
me.
mean, it's baked in, just like everything else is baked in and hardwired.
Yeah, but these the same people that make these draconian laws are the same ones that be in back alleys or hotel rooms, drugged up
Yeah.
with dildos up their ass and all
Hmm.
kinds of crazy shit, and then talk about something. Oh, I was under the influence. Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah,
pray.
yeah. You were under the influence
Right, I'm
of a
gonna pray with
BBC. That's what it
my right.
was.
I'm gonna pray with my wife. Like, get the hell out of here. Like, I don't understand. So, I don't know. I just find it to be very crazy. All right, so I think that's it. I think we're done here with this, and we're just about to get into our second segment of the day. And being that, yeah, this is good. We're doing good time. Look at that. We're less than an hour. All right.
You
So
watching the time. All
no, not like I know this one's going to be lengthy. I have
oh,
no choice
yeah,
to.
it has been bloody.
So anyway, let's get to it.
Hey, who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who has been saying that? Who said that? Who said that?
Who said that? Basically, this is the segment where we just talk about everything and anything, entertainment wise, YouTube wise, anything. And somebody must be dying. Goodness gracious Jesus. Yeah, so where to begin? It was a bloody weekend, but it didn't start that bloody. It did start kind of like blah blah, because some people were talking about the same stuff, and I was just like not impressed. And then later on, like Saturday
Saturday,
night,
yeah.
into Sunday, it started to pick up a little bit. Like, what the hell? Like, what happened? Like, was I just totally out of the loop? Because I was. I really, I disconnect after a while. And so I didn't really know what happened. I was a bit like, like picking up pieces here and there, was a bit confused. So I still don't even know all that has transpired. I was trying to catch up on a lot of things today. I don't watch a lot of people, so I go to other people to kind of get the synopsis and the rundown, just because I just don't. So just of what I got in some instances, I don't know, do we do YouTube stuff first? Let's just get that out the way. So I know there was like this panel and they were talking about 5-age parenting skills and all that other mess. And I was just like, why do we concern ourselves with that? I mean, mainly because you dislike her, and I'm not caping for anybody. I'm just saying, mainly because you dislike her, you discuss about everything. Why not just keep it on her? Why not just keep it on her?
Like, well, that's because they're reaching. They don't know these people.
Yeah. No, but I'm just like, right. You don't know the people, but just
so they just reach for whatever little bit, like the bug crawling across Jay Wilson's wall.
Yeah,
you know. And, I mean that's what it goes to. It's like any little thing. If the screen was blurry, you know.
Yeah, I get that, but it's just like keep it on her. And then at the end of the day, I'm listening to them go back and forth and scream or whatever, and it's like at the end of the day, it is your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a fact. It's your opinion that she's unfit, and that's fine. But do note that it is your opinion. It's not a fact that you know for sure because you don't live there. You know what I'm saying? Like the reality of it is that you don't know. You can assume, but you don't know. It's the same thing you could say for the junkie. We assume because we watched and we know that those of us who can put 2 and 2 together, you can't sit here for a whole 16 hours, not get up to pee or anything, but yet you can say you take care of your children. There's no way. That's not possible.
Very true.
It's not possible. You've been sitting here in front of us all night long, and those of you who sat up and watched it,
I'm gonna say all night long. I'm gonna say it. And it'd be very easy to prove because all they had to do is have somebody sit for the whole 16 hours.
Right. Some people were sitting for the whole duration of your time and know that you did not get up to go see if, Ookie Doo had to go pee or, ate some Cheerios.
No, you put them in one of your adult diapers.
Right. That's what you did. That's just what you did. Walking around that diaper was heavy as shit.
Heavy as shit.
Dragging coals.
Mm-hmm.
Give a whole new meaning to Santa Claus and the satchel. But the fact that people do that and then proclaim it to be facts is funny to me. It'd be different if you just stood in it and like, yeah, it's my opinion. I stand in it. That's what I think. Blah 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 blah. And you go, oh no, that's the motherfucking truth. I know it to be a fact. You don't know that to be a fact. Just your opinion, and it's fine. That's what we all do. We all give opinions here. This is what it's about. So you're giving your opinion through an observation that you're observing, and you're giving that. However, you don't know that to be true. So to just say that it is your opinion and that's how you feel is fine. And it's mainly because you don't like the person. Because when you like the person, you didn't have no qualms.
No problem. And everything was yes and giggle.
Right. Right, and that's the part that makes it funny for me when I watch these people, go in on the little things on other people. It's like, okay, but just a while ago, everything was kumbaya. I was holding hands, and everything.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is so great. Now all of a sudden, it's like every little thing I'm going to pick at, and we're going to go back and forth. Now, granted, the people have done things on both sides, so nobody's clean-handed in any of it, but I just feel like again, I've said this time and time again. Focus it on the person. The outside people and things have nothing to do with this. Realize that those people are going to grow up and see that.
Oh yeah.
They are. I mean, granted,
Because you know what would happen?
Dead by the time this person really grows up and views it, but people will see this.
Let me tell you something. You think YouTube got rid of when they snatched people's pages and they lost all their content? You think that shit's gone?
No,
that shit is in the archive, and you know what they're going to do? In a couple of years, they're going to release all that shit, all that shit, all that stuff that you thought you deleted.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not deleted.
It's not.
It's always there. It is stored away, and you know what? I hope y'all got some. It's gonna be a fucking mess. Motherfuckers gonna be jumping out the window because all the shit that has come back because they thought they got away. Oh, I got rid of that, whatever. But I bet you that or somebody's gonna hack into it and they're just gonna release everything.
Yeah, it's just really
and everybody's gonna be able to go back and see you doing all your stupid dumb shit.
It's really crazy. On that note, that was it about that. Unless there's something.
Look who's here, just on time, Lemon. Yes, we want to talk about you too, because goddamn, I thought Miss Cleo was gonna hit you in the throat with a tarot card, boy. Oh my god, that was hilarious. I was live. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I forgot about that actually. Yeah, Lemon.
Hey, Lemon, how you doing? Hey, Fifi. Hey, artist.
That was very interesting.
That was interesting. That was funny as shit.
It really was. It really was. But I mean, I know how that could be when you sit
Bing
back.
Bong.
Bing bong, right? When you sit back for the longest time and you just let somebody until you've had it, and it's just like, all right. And then people are sitting back like, damn, I didn't know you did this. All this was built up. But yeah, I mean, it happens. I mean, it's not, everybody's not the type to just rah just because of no reason. Some people, it's like, all right, I'll let you slide, and then enough. You get enough of letting someone slide or thinking you're just gonna say some slide shit and nothing's gonna happen because they're nice or they're soft spoken or they don't really get in the beef or get in the mess. It's like, please don't disrespect someone because they will, at any point pop off on your ass. And that was just
oh yeah.
That was a pop.
It was a definite classic. I tell you that shit.
Right.
It was funny as shit.
Poor Auntie Donna. She was just like, okay. And she was like, well, baby, it wasn't me. I didn't. Auntie Donna trying to talk him off the ledge and having it, but no, I mean, I don't know the backstory, but I could just feel like there had to be some validity there for it.
Well, whenever she comes up, she just always sounds like I was like, oh my god, please go away. you ever sit in somebody else's chat and you up in the cloud and it's like, oh shit. Because they changed the whole energy of the room. Yeah. They changed the whole energy.
It changed quick.
I know.
Quickly.
At least she left. She said, call me now. And she was gone.
She came back and then she tried to speak. And I was just like, okay, well, Lemon, this time, since you said what you need to say, just let her speak. And I guess he just couldn't. Like, she said 2 more words, and he was like, you know what?
He was gnawing on that ass.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. I said, yeah, got me up here. God damn it, my ass supposed to be asleep.
Right. But that was interesting. Nonetheless.
Oh, it was better than interesting. I fucking enjoyed that shit. I sure did. I was like, good.
So
I have been thoroughly entertained.
Right.
That's right. Call me now.
You know what? I'm not going with y'all. So,
but at least too, we know that you're safe. That you don't find no dead chickens hanging in your closet, bones tossed around.
Not dead chickens. Don't do it. So even with that, I heard Sir King and well, what's his name? Rico had said something in regards to Sir King, and then Sir King responded in his community wall in regards to that. So I don't know if he went back and listened to whatever Rico said. Apparently Rico had said something in regards to Sir King. I'm not sure how true that is, but I don't know. I just feel like grasping at straws at this point. But it is still early in the month, so I think maybe people are just trying to make sure they get their quotas before the 22nd.
So they get some Easter clothes. They'll be late for that.
Yeah. Easter is next this week. So yeah. So I don't know about that, but to Rico, who was sitting in the office, getting what you call it. I've said it before. I ain't gonna say it no more. I said what I said, and I think you should just take a hiatus and get yourself.
Hey, Candy's hooked.
Yeah,
you know how many other people have said the same exact thing?
I know. I've constantly said it, so I'm just like, okay. So I'm not gonna say anything anymore. It is what it is.
See, this is a case where being real, get your ass caught up. Okay,
and
simple.
And I think honestly, at this point, you enjoy it just as much as they enjoy their.
Well, it's attention.
Yeah, they enjoy what they do to you. So at this point, you could have at it.
Is that like being masochistic?
Yeah,
statistically. Okay.
Yeah, statistic in a sense. Yeah, so it is what it is with that. But
and where's Mr. Raymond? Where is he?
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. Where's Mr. Raymond? Where's Mr. Raymond? Mr. Raymond showed up and then he left. He said, hi. And he was like, bye, girl.
He dropped those pork chops off.
With the pork chops burning.
He said he wanted some beef. He wanted no pork.
His pork chops was burning. Yeah, I don't know about that. I just think, and it's the mindset. If we continue to label someone as young and little, and they have all this learning to do, they will act that way. And granted, he may be the youngest in his family, and maybe that's a problem too, where he is very much catered to, and this is no different. Everybody, oh, he's young. You're not that young. You're 30 plus. There's things and situations that are happening right now that you need to be more responsible about, and that you're not doing your part, but you need to be doing. So with that, it's just like whatever, man. So, well, more power to you. Whatever works. You have to be careful.
You figure out what you're going to do.
You do. You really, really do. And especially when it comes to your personal business life and things that you're doing. I think
Stop putting it out there.
Yeah, you put it out there and then you get mad when people
people weaponize it. Yeah, they weaponize it against you, and then you're sitting there crying and snotting and shit.
That's it.
Damn. I mean, you keep doing the same stupid shit over and over again, man.
But that's why
you're 30-something fucking years old. And you know what? You're not doing a sitcom.
Right.
It's your life.
It's your life, yeah. And that's why I say I think you're just as addicted to it, and they are when they come back at you. It's like you enjoy it. All of it is attention to you, whether it's good or bad. It's still attention. So you enjoy it, and I think you need to come to the realization that you enjoy it just as much.
Yeah.
So,
and you're definitely part of your problem.
Yeah.
So hopefully they offer some sort of counseling, because you need to tell them that you're a YouTuber. What your issues are.
No, show them.
All they have to do is see your page.
Hyperlink, right? Just give them the hyperlink. Don't even take nothing down. Just give them the hyperlink, and don't worry, they'll figure it out and find the treatment that you need. But you definitely need to you definitely need to leave some of this stuff alone. And I get it. It gives you that little extra bit of benefit, whatever it is, but it's no good to you if you're not good to you. And that's all I can say about that. It's no good to you if you're not good to you. So and self is
definitely, and evidently it has not been good to you if you have to hop states and you're not able to maintain yourself as a grown ass man.
Right. right? Because it's nobody's job to do that. It is not your supporters' job to support you.
Mm-hmm.
They may want to and choose to, and that's their business and that's their right. However, everybody is going through stuff. You know, gas.
Yeah. Oh, especially now.
Everybody.
Because I'm sure that's why they probably was so goddamn bloody this weekend.
Right.
Because ain't no fucking body got no money, especially if you did, especially if they did. You got your taxes, boy. I tell you, I'm still kind of chafe.
That's
I had to go. I had to get me a. a pillow with a donut.
I've been sitting in a bath of warm water every night.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. So yeah, everybody doesn't have to do that. Everybody's not obligated to do that. And don't take people's generosity. Right. Don't take people's generosity and their sacrifice, because remember that they're sacrificing. Whether you know it or not, they're still sacrificing it because it's coming from something that they would normally either give to or do without you and giving it to you. So don't take people's sacrifice for granted that they are giving you. So
yeah, definitely. You don't know what your people are going through.
Yeah.
You know, and they're super chatting you this and giving you that and whatever. And then what do? You disrespect them when you come on live with a fucking beer.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
God damn. At least wait till you get off. But whoops, I forgot. You can't be away too long. It is, they don't realize that. Somebody sends you money, and they're assuming you're going to use it for food or whatever. And you go out and the first thing you get is a fucking Magnum. You know, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's something. But that tells your chat people, I am just so out of it tonight.
Yeah. No, that definitely tells your priorities, one, are in the wrong place. And I don't even want to say that comes with age, because at 30, the bulb should be like on. Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, I just wish you get it together and move.
Well, if you can't get it together, you need to go find yourself a sugar daddy. At least learn how to do that.
Or that. I mean, I wasn't going there with that one, but
well, you know what? That's a thing too. I'd rather say go do a sugar daddy than say go out here and sell ass.
But to be very honest with you, in a place like New York, if you're looking for an actual sugar daddy to support you how he wants to be supported, he would have to change up his whole game, like wardrobe, how he acts.
Unless you get one of those white guys that want some thug loving.
No, they're not. They're gonna be just as broke as he is. Okay.
Well, you know, when you ain't got no money, ain't nothing to do but fuck.
Oh Lord, that is just crazy.
Fucking Chinese food. That with ramen noodles.
Yeah,
but seriously, if he can't, but you figure too that he would get it by now, at least something.
Yeah,
because he has a treasure trove of information coming to him from other people, older people telling him that may not have been there, but they've been around long enough they can tell you
connections for him outside of this, giving information constantly, like, here, go here, do this, talk to this person, I'm linking you with this person so you can do. None of this is happening, so you're just like, okay, I get it, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell me twice, you ain't got to piss or shit or tell me it's raining or any of that. I'm good, don't worry about it. But I just think that you need to govern yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're really trying to, almost like you fake it till you make it. If you're trying to get somewhere or really do something with your life other than this shit, you had ample opportunity to do so. I mean, if you didn't, you talk about religion and God and all that other, if you believed like you believed, you would know that moment where you met who you met and was able to go to her and actually have a physical sit down with her was God in and of itself, letting you know that, hey, you're in the right space. I'm giving you the opportunity to take this and go further with it. And what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? You too busy listening to what other people are saying. Why are you listening? Why are you listening? Why does this even matter that you have to come up here and constantly always rebuke back something somebody's saying? Why are you listening? You don't get your ass over to where you trying to be and try to figure out what you need to do, pick up a thing of coffee or something till you can get in the door.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Because that's what he should have asked for, an application.
You could have worked at a goddamn restaurant and cleaned them dishes. At least you know she was gonna be there. So you know, hey, and I do this, and remember I do this. Even if you bring her a mashup every goddamn day when you washing dishes.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how you do that. But no, what do we know? But you know, you too busy responding to every time somebody says something negatively about you. You put it out here.
Yeah, you're your own worst enemy, man.
Enough said. No, I get tired. I get tired of hearing the other people talk about him too. I do. Trust me, I do. But I definitely get tired of you being the one giving it to them. That's the bullshit. That's really just like
you're for free.
Right?
For free.
For free.
It ain't like y'all got some scam going on. It's like, look, I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna say this. We get these numbers up and make this money. I know they got some pennies.
But trust and believe, some of them do that shit too.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it. But
it is entertainment. The thing that makes it great is the fact that people can actually interact. That's what it is.
Right. But even at that, it's like it's not entertaining it's definitely not entertaining if you're the main person that you know at any point you get triggered and it's all like, oh, don't do that. Oh Lord, we might be on suicide watch or something, something crazy, which is, in and of itself sad, but it's like, come on, you get triggered like this. So why still participate?
Yeah, you torture yourself.
Yeah,
he's literally torturing himself.
Step back and get yourself together. The people who really care about you, who really want you to succeed, they will be here. They will support you. They're not going to support you how you want them to support you because they got jobs, lives, and things of that nature.
Yeah, they have the real world stuff.
But at the same time, if you really needed it, or if you really, whatever, they will reach out and they will find you and be able to assist you. But this kind of everybody trying to grab at, oh, so-and-so getting that, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that from this person, and think you just going to sit back like, I ain't got to work, I ain't got to do nothing because, my people's going to take care of me. Bitch, that only lasts for a little bit. That don't last for a little while. Let something happen, God forbid, to one of them high supporters, and
you're done. You're done.
You back to scrambling. So,
And he needs to understand too that the ones that he have, words with, the ones that he have beef with, I mean his regulars, because he has regulars. Everything that they're telling you is not to be, just to bash you. They're actually telling you the truth. They're telling you the truth, and they wouldn't be up here screaming and hollering at you if they didn't feel some way about you. It's not necessarily negative.
Right.
If they didn't have some sort of love for you, they would not spend the time.
Every time.
And if you actually listen to half the shit that they say, they're telling you what you can do, what options you can do, what you need to be doing, trying to give you some directions. Yeah.
So in other news, Kerrion Franklin, the eldest son of gospel director, producer Kirk Franklin, son has been arrested. And first it was because of a broken taillight, allegedly, but then Larry Reed, who he is close with, had discussed that there was other charges stemming back in Texas, one being a murder of a woman whose car he was driving that had the broken taillight. Now, I think he was arraigned today, or he met the judge today. I'm not sure the outcome of that. So if somebody knows, you can drop it in the chat. But I don't know. I've been watching this Bad Boys LA Gay Fest. With the two straight boys in it that try to act so confused. Like, I'm not. First of all, sir, you knew what it was. Like, granted, I think they should have maybe got a few more straight guys in there to kind of
It's
maybe,
just the two, right?
yeah, because it's just the two, and they looking at each other most of the time like, oh no, oh no, or they're always questioning themselves because of how the others are acting, which is like peculiar to me because at the same time I'm like, yo, if um if you're straight as straight can be, you're not even concerned about other people. Like, granted, there was the last episode where um the one of the white cast members, he was dancing, shaking his ass, but the dude was kind of close to him and he felt, violated, which he had every right to, because it's like, respect people's space. Don't, because you see the camera over there with old boy, you gonna run over the camera and start shaking your ass. Like, you like, yo, don't do that. I don't rock like that. That's not how I roll. However, the white guy, of course, took his aggression to what he was saying as like a threat. And so he high kicked it out of town. He was like, fuck out of here, I'm leaving. And he left. And then further on in the story, Carry On talks with the other cast member, the one that was flirting with him in the room when he was divvying for the room, about his father and all that stuff, which I thought was a very sincere moment. I do believe that they are friends. I don't see anything sexual with them, but I do can sense that there's flirting that goes on, but it's really friendly. It's only for the cameras. I think they're genuinely friends. But yeah, so that happens. He talks about his father and that whole thing, and got really choked up about all of that. And like I said, I felt like there was some real deep pain there that needs to be like excavated, like not just talked about, but really like dug into. And then comes the situation, of course, with him having to deal with these charges. He doesn't strike me as a killer, but
you never know.
yeah, that's what I was saying, because I was just like, well, the one dude that exposed him talking about his father and the allegations, allegedly, has ended up deceased due to a drug overdose.
Conveniently.
Right. And then this situation, which could just be, he could have had the car. The lady could have said, hey, I don't use it or whatever. Yeah, you could utilize it, you could have it. And she could have been dealing with her own situation. She could have given him the car just so whomever it belonged to would not be able to find her, track her, or whatever.
Yeah, they need to see how long he's had it too.
Right, we don't know. And then come to find out, she may have been found by said person that maybe she was running from, and that could have happened. It could be a number of things. Do I necessarily think he did anything? No, because my whole thought process is then why? But why would you be riding around in a woman's car if you know you? But people have done crazier things.
Oh yeah, they've done worse.
Yeah,
they have done worse.
Whole body in the trunk, just rolling around, like that woman in Baltimore, riding around with that lady body in the trunk the whole time. Crazy. But yeah, so I don't know. Prayers to that family. I know Kirk sometimes feel like he can't catch a break, but a lot of times that has to do with a lot of trauma that other people cover up too. And it trickles down to children and other family situations, and it exposes or it forces you to deal with those deeper issues. So
it always digs itself up.
Yeah. I'm hoping that all the other kind of things are, kind of minute that he can work through and find legal things for. I was listening to some folks talk about, people are looking for Kirk Franklin to do something, and why was he? Because him and his son had this kind of different relationship. But at the end of the day, that's your son, and no matter how at odds you may be, it's about holding yourself accountable. Again, just like we talked about a few seconds ago, about being on live 16 hours, and people can sit there, I take care of my kids. How the fuck can you? if you've been here, we've been looking at you. Those of you who watched you stay up for 16 hours. It's the same thing.
And not wash your ass
Right.
16 hours, okay?
You ain't wash your ass or nothing because you've been high on the stuff. But it's just the same thing. As an entertainer, especially during those times when you was doing the Kirk Franklin and the Family, the Stomp Group, you was having all these choirs. They were like, God damn, where did all these choirs come from? There's no way you were being the father maybe that you wanted to be to carry on. Of course not, because you were too busy trying to make a foundation for yourself and your family, or and all of them pursuing your dreams. So yeah, there's some gaps there where you were not there to do some certain things, and there's a lot of animosity and anger and all those things. But here at this time, it's like, all right, cool. He's in. Find out what's wrong. And if you can fix it, fix it. Or if you can understand where it's coming from and help him. And all that other stuff, you can deal with that later. But as a father, I think, we need not to, and as men, we need not to always have that kind of standoff, step back kind of thing. I'll let the mother handle that because they're the nurturer. That's how a lot of men are able to escape a lot of these situations where they have children and they're like, well, I ain't got to deal with it. No, you do have to deal with it. You created it. So you have to deal with it just as much as his mother does. So, and hopefully things, work out well for them. People are like 10 in the chat, only 2 likes. Oh, wow. Yeah, can we please get the likes up, please?
No, we have 18.
Okay. All right. So
it might have been something.
Yeah.
Might have been something else.
Well, thank you. And if you didn't hit the thumbs up, please make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way in. But yeah.
My channel's down. I need super chats.
My God.
That will always be a classic. Always be a classic.
My channel's down. I need super chats.
That's right. My channel's down. I'll be back up, baby.
Trash.
You say lies. It's always lies.
But yeah, I think that's all I have for that. Like I said, I've been watching the show. I mean, to me, it's very gay oriented. I really couldn't see like straight men really watching it unless you're just trying to understand. I think that's the premise of it. In a sense.
Is it a place you would actually learn?
But this is what I'm saying, where you would learn probably certain. I guess it's for them to have that conversation to kind of bridge that gap of respect for one another, maybe. But it's too much fighting and arguing by both sides to really even get.
All of them have that same formula.
They
all have the same formula. Formula.
But it's like these people are fighting and they don't even really know each other like that.
You walk in the house, swing,
right.
windmilling and swinging.
You walk in the house swinging. It's like even the dude with the car dude.
Yeah.
He wants to fight everybody. He wants to be in everything. He wants to, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, go sit down somewhere. Like, what are you about, really, truly? What are you about? Like, a lot of this
where the money resides. That's
that guy. A lot of this, I'm confused. I'm almost like Van Zapp, and when she was asking the LA crew, like, what are you about, really? Like, what is your goal? What is your aspiration? What are you here to do? Because to fight and create mess, that's just on some. Excuse me, but that's on some gay shit. Like, it's not. It's on some really, like, okay, is this what you bring in? Like, this is nothing. Truly, this is nothing. You're not bringing anything. So I don't know. It's just really like, I'll give it another watch or two and see how I feel about it. But I was just like,
have at it, young man.
Just really confused at both sides. I'm confused at the straight men, why they so concerned, because I guess they feel like people will label them. So they're very cautious on what they do and how they act and interact or are seen with them. And it's just like, yo, if you are solely focused on you and not concerned about looking at anybody or what they're doing, it shouldn't bother you. The fact that it bothers you is questionable.
Yeah.
And you can't get mad because people are questioning you because you're so bothered about something that you should not even be looking at, concerned about. If anything, it should be funny to you. You know what I'm saying? It should be funny to you. Whether they do it or not, you just be like, man, get out of here with that. Like, you know, or go over there. He like that. But for them to be like so mad or want to swing and fight, carry on when he was like, well, I'm confused that y'all so pressed about what I like. What does that matter? And you know, it's just like, come on, y'all taking this, y'all really exposing the fact that a lot of people have been asking the same question. If you concerned about the cat, then focus on the cat. You shouldn't be worried about what the sausage is doing over here because you like cat, right? That's what your focus should be. So the fact that you trying to, well, I just want to know because I just, you know, we be hanging around. Why does that matter? Y'all in a house together. You signed up for this.
But you're talking about, what are these guys? Maybe about 30 at the oldest.
Probably 30 plus. I think
they look.
I think one of them. They even said the white guy was the oldest, and I'm just like, oh, his face, he looks horrible. But
men are just, it's a lot of men are just immature, gay or straight, purple or blue. They just immature. They don't have the mindset.
Yeah, that part is.
They may not blossom until they may be like 45 or some shit. Oh. When they finally get it, it's just so simple. You know.
Rumors.
No, and well, that has a lot to do too with their, you know, I won't say their mothers stunting them, you know, just pretty much because you don't even have, well, they wouldn't even have fathers if their fathers were absent, but even if their father was there,
right?
Because it's just not something you worry about. You're just worried about, you know, putting the roof over your head and that type of thing.
Right,
but to be able to sit down and actually have an open conversation,
right?
So yeah, I wouldn't expect them to get it.
Yeah, that part is true. I get that. You only watch Jocelyn's Cabaret. I haven't seen that. I gotta check that out. But I mean, I heard it's good. Sometimes I can't get past the accent. She sounds like she's deaf to me a little bit, like a little, like she needs a little hearing.
Has that kind of tone, like throaty tone.
Yeah, that kind of like. You check your battery, like kind of thing.
Oh, you know what?
So sometimes TV is like,
yeah, or thick tongue. Maybe she just has a thick tongue. But Patty likes sausage.
No. That's right. It's sausage. Well, and I mean, some people do like sausage, but I mean, it's like, you know,
but it's not. We're not.
If you concerned over there,
why? Number one, why do you worry about it? And number two, there isn't that much difference besides the physical.
Right. That's it.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah. And
that's
it. I think
it's not more than what it is. You're expecting like some Star Trek shit with deep and all, you know, or some philosophical guru or somebody sitting there that's going to tell you this great secret. It really isn't any secret.
Yeah.
You know.
Some
people like pie, some people like cake. and seriously, and that's as simple as it is. You like
what you pie. Like. You don't need to be concerned about somebody who likes
somebody
cake.
Works with cake. That's right. That likes cake.
That's just it. But I don't know. That's just crazy.
Yeah, but when you get greedy and want to eat it all, that's a whole nother story.
Some people just have larger appetites.
A large appetite weighing 2 pounds, right?
Right. That's like you have a large metabolism.
We say metabolism.
Yes. Pew! So you know you can do that, but you just don't be greedy and eat it all at one time.
No, that seems to be the thing now.
That's why they got menococcal, colocal, and all that kind of other shit floating around. No thank you.
Oh yeah.
Dip in there, dip in here, dip in there, then dip back. And
Yeah, it's
no
just more
double,
to dip from.
no double dipping. No thank you. No.
Oh, they doubled it
Double dipping. No thank
like a motherfucker.
you. So it's just crazy.
Mm-mm-mm.
But that's what they do. But let's see. Going to shows because we're done with that. I watched the latest one. I didn't watch the one you sent me yet. I'll probably watch it tonight.
Oh, I won't tell you about that one. That
But the episode, what was it 10? Was interesting. 9 so far is my favorite one. I don't know what I think it was just the action of the people being in the damn house that was like, oh, okay.
There was the fact that he let her ass in there and she bit his goddamn tongue off.
He bit his tongue off. Yeah, but then I was trying to figure out like, then people like, how did they get in there? Oh, the talismans must not be working. Well, obviously somebody had to let them in. If y'all had,
because she was upstairs.
Yeah.
Of course, they didn't come through the
front
door,
right?
But then too, does the talisman cover all the doors and windows? It just keeps them from coming in.
I think it just keeps them from coming in as long as the doors and windows are closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they always had it by the front door, and I was wondering if it covered everything, say like on that floor. But then that's why they were always trying to entice someone to open a window and let them in.
Yeah. And so,
pretty much as long as the door was closed,
right,
they could not get in. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you have to watch 9. You have to watch 9 to the end. I mean, not 9, the latest one. You have to watch that one to the end. You're gonna be like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. But
I just hope they don't fuck it up. You know how you get a good series and they'll just mess it up.
Or next season they come back, you'll be like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
and watch the sheriff. Tell me if you notice.
So far I see him right now. Homegirl, the ER lady, the tech,
the EMT, yeah,
the EMT tech. She's into him, and he's filling his britches a little bit. But I do also see him kind of transforming into that sheriff role. Now I don't know where this will lead because right now where I'm at, they're still building. They're building the tower.
For the tower. Okay, yeah, okay.
And,
you have got to.
The little short, bald-headed guy that almost got his ass beat by the original sheriff's son because he talked about his mother, which I didn't click it until I had to watch it again, and I was like, oh, his mother was lighting people up. That's what the man was talking about.
Yeah. She cracked.
She was like, just you don't worry about it. You'll wake up. Pop, just like headshotting people.
Yeah, because it looked as though they weren't even in the houses then. No, they were hiding in pits.
Yeah, but they were outside.
Yeah, which well, I guess you know what too? They didn't have the talismans. That's what it was.
Yeah. So they didn't have the talismans, and then he was supposed to have been, in her eyes, he was supposed to have been dead. So the fact that he came back, she was automatically checked her out. I think, she was already gone. And I think it was just like gone. But the fact that
because they never said how long they had been there.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah, but I still just think it was for me, I just thought it was like a couple of months, but it might have been longer.
Yeah, because they seemed comfortable with the routine of hiding. When they came through and everything. But I guess they just hid there before they started roaming around. They couldn't find them. Okay. But I just don't want them to fuck the series up.
Yeah.
And come out with some real off the wall shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have the black sheriff. I want you to watch his physical change. See if you notice and what has changed on him.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've noticed, of course, he had the tremors, and then he was telling Somebody that thinks what he was going. But that's what I thought he was leaving for. I originally thought he was leaving because he felt himself starting to get sick, and he didn't want the people to see him get sick. So he was going to kind of see if he could escape, and if not, he was going to let the things take him, and that'd be that. So I don't know.
See, I was thinking that the reason why he was starting to be more adventurous and go out and to actually do more is because he knew that his time was short.
Right.
So that's why I figured. But he's actually besides the tremors, there's something else that's going on. So I won't tell you. I'll let you see that.
Oh goodness gracious!
I mean, I could tell you, but it's like
no. I'll watch it.
But I kept looking when I first saw it. I was like, oh. I said, wow, they wear this motherfucker out. They'll wear them out. But yeah, definitely check out From. From is definitely worth it.
Yeah, From is definitely a good show to check out. Yeah.
Did you watch Alice?
No, I haven't watched Alice yet.
Okay.
No, I haven't watched that yet. Alice, this one you sent me that one too.
Yeah. That's
I was too busy watching Skyfall. I keep saying Skyfall, Snowfall. The last episode. First of all,
was that the wedding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did they invite that mofo? You already know he on some cuckoo. I just like, what did you invite him for? Why did you invite him? And then, of course, he's gonna dip out after he do the shit. So therefore, everybody's tripping.
Yeah, is that still like revenge though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, why would you invite?
I guess he wouldn't kill him, but he would definitely.
He would do something that could probably cause some people to trip out and lose their shit. But I just felt like, why do you invite him of all people? How do you invite this crazy ass man? He went and laced the chocolate. And all y'all motherfuckers sitting there paying highest coup de brown.
Oh, you see them? Did you see them screwing in the background?
Yes.
I was like, no, they fucked up. Everybody was paranoid. Some of them just went with the flow. They knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And then, like Franklin was paranoid.
Yeah.
Paranoid.
Franklin was done for. He was all.
And I was glad that his girlfriend didn't get it. Didn't have any.
Yeah.
Because she's pregnant and all.
But I don't know. Did she really pop? Now that part I missed. I saw it, but then I was like, did she really pop up, or was he hallucinating?
He was hallucinating.
Oh, okay.
Because even the white guy in the very beginning, he popped up.
Yeah,
he had him killed.
I saw that, and then he thought he shot him. He was sitting in the shower,
laying there in the shower,
like he was shot, and his mother was like, Franklin, oh no.
But I'm surprised everybody got hot. It was like everybody got hot. It's like, some people, don't eat that kind of stuff. There had to be like one or two people that had to realize what was going on. It was the ex, the black girl. Yeah, the black girl.
Once
but she wouldn't have known that it was in there.
No, she wouldn't have known it was in there, but she was allergic to chocolate. So that's why she
okay. I didn't hear that.
She was allergic to chocolate, so she didn't eat it at all. So that's how she wound up knowing this. Y'all fucked up. Something's in there. Yeah. So, but it was an interesting watch. When he yelled at his mother in her face, I was like, I felt scared for her a little bit. I didn't know that the guy was the Spanish guy she was hooking up with. I didn't know he was looking to get at Franklin. I thought he was looking to get at the white guy.
That's what I thought he was looking at.
I thought that's why she teamed up with him in the first place. Because she knows that the white guy killed her husband, so she was, her thing was revenge on that. But I was surprised to hear that when she approached the man when she came back outside. That was interesting.
I mean, I guess unless they're going to use that information on Franklin as bargaining chip.
Yeah, maybe so.
To do more, because they always want to take more. They'll come in and say that they're doing one thing. They want to they want to off somebody, but actually there's another motive somewhere down the line.
Right. Very true.
Yeah, but he was actually, and he was a waiter at the party.
Right.
What is he? KG? Was he? He wasn't KGB.
I don't know if he was FBI or CIA. I don't know who he was. 'Cause I was trying to figure out who was,
Colombian, or I mean, not Colombian. Yeah, Colombian, right?
but who was the guy in the truck listening to?
Yeah. See.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Like, who had the listening device on them that was
Or was that the FBI? Were there two organizations there and they
oh
just
yeah, that's
know?
not, yeah, that's they just didn't know anything about one another. That's what I thought. Hey, what's going on, Virginia?
Hey, Virginia Redbone.
Nice to see you. Yeah, so that's really all I got. Yeah, just enjoy the blood and the carnage as this week.
It was a relatively nice weekend.
Yeah, as this week progresses.
And they were prayer cross and words and things thrown all over the place.
Blood everywhere, blood on.
And you know what? Everybody should have took those prayer cloths and laid them across the monitors on their screen.
Rub them across your screen with your prayer cloth. A lot of mess going on. A lot of mess. But do note that this week is Easter, and everybody have a great Holy Friday and a great Easter weekend, and any parting words? I think I was just going to do our little holiday special.
Holiday special. Yeah, I was waiting if you was. Come on, I could use it tonight. I've been off kilter all night long.
It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. All right, here we go with our holiday Easter message.
Peace and mercy be unto you from God our Father and Savior Lord Jesus Christ. Greetings from Mother. When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that He done for me, my soul cries out, hallelujah. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust Lord until I die.
It's them fingers for me. Them things look like.
I know. I remember last week yesterday, you and Patty were saying that they look like sausages.
Yeah,
like links with nails.
Yes, Vienna sausages with nails. I can't.
That's right. I will trust in the Lord.
Can't hide that man in there.
No matter how hard you stuff.
Or tuck.
We say or tuck.
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't even have to tuck. It's probably a long skirt.
Piss on your balls.
Mm-hmm.
Squeeze and grab it, but yeah, it's funny. But anybody else, everybody have a great holiday or holy day.
Yeah, y'all definitely have a safe one. It's just so crazy out here.
Yes, please.
One after another after another.
Wear your mask. Rest in peace to Guilford Godfrey. Passed today. Once y'all know who he is the voice of the parrot.
The Affleck duck.
The Affleck duck and the parrot.
You know how he lost that gig, right? How he lost that job.
Which one, the Affleck?
Yeah, you know how he lost. You know how he lost that?
No idea what's that.
When they had the earthquake over in Japan.
And
they had the tidal wave that came in.
Mm-hmm.
He had cracked a joke. About guys, if you want a bride, if you want a wife, you can just reach out in the water and grab one.
Oh.
They cut his ass real fast. they did. They cut him so fast.
But no, I didn't hear that. That's funny. Well,
yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, and speaking of that being snatched up, Will Smith, I forgot. He's got banned from the Oscars for 10 years. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, because what did I tell you? It's not as though they were going to give him another Oscar next year. How many people of color or anybody else that's non-white
back-to-back Oscars
to get back-to-back Oscars?
Yeah,
It's like big deal.
right. That is
Big. I mean, it's only the truth. What I mean, shit, look at everybody else has one. They only got one.
Yeah, that's true.
There aren't any black people that have two, right?
No, that I can think of off the top of my head now.
Yeah, nobody that I know of that has two.
And again, I will say the Oscars that two people, well, at least one, Denzel should have won for. He did not. He won for the one that was like, what? That one? Like, oh, okay. Of all the roles he played,
you said that's a punishment.
Yeah. Right? Is that
right? Well, good. That means that we definitely won't pay it any attention.
Yeah.
Because we sure didn't do it this time either.
Right. So we shall see what goes on there. Other than that, like I said, everybody have a blessed and safe holiday. Any closing words, sir? As we close on
Chris Rock went to the bank. He's definitely going to the bank.
Is he?
Yeah. He sure is. Probably all his shows were sold out.
Yeah, I'm sure they were, because people wanted to know what happened, or what he was gonna say, or what his true feelings are.
He ain't mad. He ain't mad. He ain't.
No,
that's why.
No, you're not.
And now his
ex-wife ain't mad either.
Oh hell no.
She not mad.
Hell no. He said, "Will bonk him on the head again like a little mushroom and watch the coins pop up."
Oh, he has best supporting Denzel.
Didn't it?
I think you meant to say Denzel.
What, 2 for 10? 2 for
best actor and supporting actor.
Okay. 2. One is best actor and one is supporting actor.
But
he's the only one. Now, how long has the Academy been around? Was it 100 years? Sounds familiar.
Is he the only one?
Mm-hmm. He like I said, it's not as though they want to give him, because with this performance, he's had several other outstanding performances that were a lot better than this one.
Yeah.
So
this one was okay, but it wasn't. To me, it wasn't like knockout.
No, like we said last week, he can greenlight his own. Greenlight his own projects.
We sure can. Let Jada go so she can go cuddle around Tupac's grave, because that's who she really wanted to be with. Because she couldn't, she picked you, and let it go. Move on.
Look, I haven't fucked with Jada Pinkett since she got her cheeks done and that cleft taken out of her chin. When she was younger, yeah, she had like a little cleft. And then when she had her cheeks done, I was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
That's Miss Peachy, girl. But anyway, all right, guys, this has been a great show. So give you guys yourself a round of applause for another wonderful show. Thank you guys for coming out. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out, please.
And please be careful out here on these streets. I mean, the YouTube streets, because they are bloody.
There's blood everywhere. Be careful. All right. And until next time, beautiful people, black and brown, and all around. And I mean all around. Have a great night. God bless.
Good night.